could actually help the president. It does make sense. I mean, if you argue that it could add up to 1/3% GDP, I mean, he's the beneficiary of that, huh?
Right, and anything that has to do with the economy improving, that is good for the president, hands down. Whether it's the unemployment rate decreasing, or the number of jobs added every month, or something like this, the GDP expanding, or the iPhone 5 sales, I should say. It's good for the president to see economic growth.
You know what scares me about this? I didn't think I would see the day as an economic journalist where a quote change on a phone, or a turnaround change on a damn phone. Nice phone. It's a phone.
It is a nice phone. It is a good phone. And it's not even a new phone. It's the fixed version of a phone that we've had around for years. And it does say something, about the sorry state of our economy, that this is a phone and we're not relying on it, but we're projecting that it could have a massive impact on the U.S. economy. It really does say something about the current state of our economy as well.
And it says a lot to me about where these phones are made. I know Steve Jobs is an icon nearly a year after. Yeah, that's a good thing. But when he failed as he was at the Democratic convention last week, he pulled down little details that a lot of these phones are made in China. And it doesn't look good in that respect, but I guess momentum is momentum. Whatever the wind at your back is, you take it.
Yeah, and although that is true, a lot of these parts are made in China for the phones, but it doesn't matter because Apple, to most voters and to most American citizens, is a symbol of innovation. The very brand says something about American businesses, whether or not the parts are made abroad or not. I think most Americans view Apple and Steve Jobs as a symbol of the American success story. And that's why you saw both Democrats and Republicans bring up his name and the Apple brand on the podium at their respective conventions over the last 2 weeks.
All right, thank you, Cheryl. What's going to happen?
Thank you.
All right, the Virgin Mary depicted as a suicide bomber. That's fine. Muhammad in a silly film, that's a period. What in the name of God is really going on?
It's kind of hard to make decisions by yourself all of a sudden when you've been working with somebody else for 35 years. I guess there's something in me that has always been strong. I've always gotten through enough stuff without falling to pieces.
The pink one's right here.
No, no.
One of the best, secret, free and control is the money
licensed dealer is made in the USA and backed by our 100% happy guarantee. Call now or order online from 1-800-BET-BEDS.
Well, leaders around the world condemning that angry mob killing the U.S. ambassador in Libya and 3 other American diplomats. The attacks on U.S. embassies in Libya and Egypt aren't the first round of acts by Islamist protests in Muhammad bin Iman. The Dutch filmmaker was killed in 2004 over his movie about it. Deadly protests erupted just earlier this year after U.S. soldiers inadvertently burned some Korans in Afghanistan. Remember that? Catholic League Bill Gandhi says other religions get bad all the time. You don't see this kind of response. Or it's kind of media response. So don't you see it. You know, you're right. We talked about this in the break. It's open season on the other religions, but never. Look, Hollywood respects Jews. I respect Jews. Hollywood fears Muslims. I don't, but Hollywood does. And clearly Hollywood hates Catholics. They haven't got much use for evangelicals either, by the way. And that's what's really driving this whole thing. Ever since 9/11, you would have thought that the atheists and the haters would have turned their vitriol toward Muslims. Not that I want them to. Instead, they said, well, we're against religion, radical religion. They took another opportunity, a pretext, to smash Christianity. This kind of thing goes across my desk every day. Just last Saturday, the Venice Film Festival, a special jury award was given to a movie with a woman who's known for masturbating with a crucifix. I don't think I need to say anymore. She's incredible. But I'm reminding you, it was not long ago, a couple years ago, right? The Virgin Mary was depicted as a suicide bomber. Now, the art show for which that was intended was eventually canceled, but nobody was killed. Well, you know what bothers me? Yeah, you're absolutely right. But the U.S. Embassy came out with a statement saying that we have to be respectful of Muslim sensitivity. I actually commend them on that, except obviously they should have come out first and condemned anybody who resort to violence. I don't want Catholics resorting to violence, even if they feel indignant about some Hollywood fare. But look at the duplicities. I mean, this administration is coming to Hollywood. Weinstein's raised millions for Obama last month. Bill Maher has given him all kinds of money. Bill Maher and the Weinsteins are responsible for some of the most vile anti-Catholic fare this country's ever seen. Will they ever come out and say, hey, fellas, treat Catholics as if they were Muslims? That will never happen. Or at least be consistent. If you're going to this is offensive, then this should be offensive. And even that's a great Jewish grade. That was the case back in 2010. Should be deemed offensive and alarming. But I didn't see Jews worldwide revolting in killing. No, you won't see Jews acting like that. You won't see Catholics and you won't see evangelicals and others working that way. So what do we come down to? Fear is the primary motivator of ethics? But could you imagine, though, if you depicted Muhammad as the Virgin Mary was? You can't even depict him. Obviously that would be outrageous. You can't even depict it. That's what led to the whole controversy over South Park. They want to have a depiction of Muhammad. In their religion, they say we don't want depictions. You know what? That's okay. Now, on top of that, you throw dung on him? Look out. These guys will show up in their machetes. So the Virgin Mary, Virgin Mary is fine. The New York Times ran an article about the whole controversy about the Danish cartoon back in 2006. And this is the call to insult the Islamic faith. And on the same page of the newspaper, they had a photo. You couldn't see it too clearly. Of the dung on the Virgin Mary. You couldn't quite see the pornographic cutout, but I've seen it in person. That looks there. I frankly think in this case, with these outcomes, this has been used as an excuse. Yeah, that's right. But having said that, it is always a convenience. Why does the media accept it? Because, like I say, even if you don't give a foot, even if you're an atheist, you talk about fair balance, you should find it fair and balance offensive too, and for all of them. Because you see, they make a special case for the Catholic Church with the fire walk that's been around for 2,000 years. They don't like our teachings on sexuality, as if they're dramatically different from Orthodox Jews or Muslims. But they had this thing. That's why if you have one bishop who makes one mistake on something rather trivial, that makes the front page news. As the New York Times loves to point out, you have all kinds of problems going on in other faith communities and in secular communities like the public school industry, and you hardly see a word about it. We know what's going on. I see the agenda, and it crosses my desk every day. John McCain was on earlier, Bill, saying, whatever your views on extremists, whatever,